Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Hey, great to be here. So, before we start, I have a question. Have you ever agreed to do something and then later realized, oh no, I really don't want to do this? Or you genuinely can't go anymore?
Oh, every single week. You say yes in the moment, and then the day arrives, and you think, why did I agree to this? Or something unexpected comes up, and now you have to tell someone you can't make it.
And in your native language, you know exactly what to say. You know how to be polite, how to soften the message, how to keep the friendship intact. But in English, that can feel really tricky.
That's exactly why today's topic is so important and so practical. Today, we are talking about how to cancel plans politely in English. We'll cover everything: how to cancel with friends, with colleagues, with people you don't know well, and even how to reschedule in a natural, friendly way.
By the end of this episode, you'll have a full toolkit of polite, natural, real English phrases for canceling plans without sounding rude, without hurting feelings, and without the stress of not knowing what to say.
We want to hear from you right at the start. Have you ever had to cancel plans in English and didn't know how to do it politely? What did you say? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your experience, and we promise, whatever you said, we've all been there.
And if you're new here, welcome to Simple English Talks. Please subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. We post new content regularly, and every episode is made specifically for English learners at your level. Okay, let's get into it. Let's learn how to cancel plans like a native speaker.
Let's go. Main teaching section 1, the basics: how to cancel with friends naturally. Let's start with the most common situation: canceling plans with a friend. This is where most people feel the pressure most because you care about the relationship. You don't want to disappoint someone, but you also genuinely can't make it. Or you're just exhausted and need a night in.
First, let's talk about structure. A good cancellation message has 3 parts. Number 1, acknowledge the plan and say you can't make it. Number 2, give a reason. Brief is fine. You don't need to over-explain. Number 3, express that you care about the person and suggest an alternative if possible. Those 3 parts, done warmly, work in almost every situation.
Let's look at the most natural phrases for part 1, acknowledging and canceling. Hey, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I hate to do this, but I have to cancel our plans. I'm really sorry. Something came up and I can't make it. I feel terrible about this, but I need to cancel.
Notice how all of these start with an apology or an expression of regret. I'm so sorry. I hate to do this. I feel terrible. These phrases signal immediately that you care about the other person's feelings. You're not just canceling, you're canceling with warmth. That tone makes a huge difference.
Now let's look at reasons, part 2. You don't always need to give a long explanation, but a short reason helps. Something came up at work. I'm not feeling well. A family thing came up that I have to deal with. I'm completely exhausted. I had a really rough week. I have to deal with something personal. These are all honest, natural, and enough.
Something came up is one of the most useful phrases in English. It's a soft, gentle way to say that an unexpected situation appeared without going into details. It's polite, it's accepted, and it's used by native speakers constantly. Hey, something came up. I can't do dinner tonight. That's completely normal, and no further explanation is required.
Part 3, showing you care and offering an alternative. This is what separates a polite cancellation from an abrupt one. Can we reschedule? I'd really love to see you. Let's plan something for next week instead. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Can we do this another time? I really want to catch up. These phrases tell the other person, I still want to be with you, just not today.
Let's put it all together. Full example number 1. Hey, I'm so sorry to do this, but I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. Something came up with my family. I feel really bad. Can we reschedule for next weekend? I really want to catch up properly. Natural, warm, and complete. The person knows you care.
Full example number 2. Hi, I hate to say this, but I'm not feeling well at all, and I think I need to rest. I'm so sorry for the late notice. Can we move our plans to next week? I'm really looking forward to seeing you, just not like this. That last line is friendly and a little funny. It shows personality while being apologetic.
Full example number 3 for a more casual friend. Hey, I'm really sorry, but I need to bail tonight. I'm absolutely exhausted and I'd be terrible company. Can we do this another time? I promise I'll make it up to you. Bail is a very casual word for canceling. It's completely fine with close friends, but not in professional contexts.
Let's talk about bail for a second because it's interesting. Bail on someone or bail out informally means to cancel or leave a situation. I had to bail on dinner. She bailed at the last minute. It's friendly and casual. You'd say it to your best friend, not to your boss. Knowing when to use casual versus formal language is such an important skill.
Now it's your turn. I want you to write a cancellation message to a friend in English, just 2 or 3 sentences. Use the 3-part structure. Acknowledge and cancel, give a reason, show you care, and offer to reschedule. Write it in the comments right now. We'd love to read your versions. There are so many ways to do this right.
A few more natural phrases to keep in your toolkit. I hope you understand. I know this is last minute. I'm really sorry. I don't want to cancel, but I really have no choice. Thank you for being so understanding. All of these add warmth and appreciation to your cancellation message.
And here's one important thing to remember. The sooner you cancel, the better. Canceling 2 days before is much more polite than canceling 2 hours before. If you know you can't go, tell the person as soon as possible. It gives them time to adjust their plans and it shows you respect their time. Early cancellation with a good message is almost always forgiven. Last-minute cancellation with no explanation can damage a friendship.
Excellent. So we've covered canceling with friends, the 3-part structure, the key phrases, and the difference between casual and formal language. Now let's move into a very different situation, canceling in professional or more formal contexts.
The phrases change quite a bit, and it's important to know the difference. Let's move right into it.
Okay, so now let's shift gears. You're not texting a friend, you're writing an email to a colleague or calling a client or telling your boss you can't make a meeting. The tone, the vocabulary, and the structure all need to be more polished. Let's go through all of it.
First, let's look at the overall structure for professional cancellations. It's similar to the friend version, but more polished. Number 1, open with a polite greeting and acknowledge the appointment or meeting. Number 2, explain clearly and concisely that you need to cancel or reschedule. Number 3, give a brief professional reason. Number 4, offer alternative times or next steps. Number 5, thank them for their understanding.
Let's look at the professional opening phrases. I'm writing to let you know that I need to reschedule our meeting. I wanted to reach out as soon as possible to apologize. I'm afraid I won't be able to attend our meeting on Thursday. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but I need to cancel our appointment tomorrow. All 3 are polite, clear, and professional.
Notice the phrase reach out. This is very common in professional English. It just means to contact someone. I wanted to reach out to let you know. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. It's friendly but professional, exactly the right tone for a workplace cancellation.
Now for reasons in a professional context. Keep it brief and factual. Due to an unexpected conflict in my schedule, I've had an urgent matter come up that requires my immediate attention. Unfortunately, I have a prior commitment that I overlooked. I'm not feeling well and want to be at my best for our conversation. We've had an unexpected situation arise at work. Short, professional, no over-explaining.
One important phrase here is I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. This is a very standard professional phrase, and you'll see it everywhere in business English. It's formal and it shows awareness that your cancellation affects the other person. I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and I appreciate your understanding.
Let's look at offering alternatives, the professional version. Would you be available to meet next Tuesday instead? I'd like to reschedule at your earliest convenience. Could we move our meeting to later this week? Please let me know what works best for you, and I'll do my best to accommodate. I'm available on Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. Would either of those work?
That last example is really good because it gives specific options. In professional situations, giving options is much better than just saying, let me know when you're free. Options show that you've thought about it, you value their time, and you're making it easy for them to say yes to something quickly. Now let's put together a complete professional cancellation email. Dear Ms. Chen, I am writing to let you know that unfortunately I need to reschedule our meeting scheduled for this Friday at 2 p.m. An urgent matter has come up that requires my immediate attention, and I sincerely apologize for the short notice. I would very much like to reschedule at your convenience. I am available on Monday between 10 and noon or Wednesday anytime after 2. Please let me know what works best for you. I apologize again for any inconvenience this may cause, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Kind regards.
Let's break down what made that email work. It opened with a clear statement of the situation. It gave a reason without over-explaining. It offered specific alternatives. It apologized twice, at the reason and at the close, which is appropriate in formal contexts. And it closed warmly but professionally with kind regards. All of that in a few sentences.
What about canceling a meeting by phone or in person? It's the same structure, but spoken. Hi, this is Maria. I'm calling because I need to reschedule our appointment tomorrow afternoon. I'm so sorry for the short notice. Something unexpected came up. Would it be possible to move it to next week? I'm free on Tuesday and Thursday morning. Simple, polite, direct.
In spoken professional English, you can be a little warmer than in a formal email. You can say, "I'm so sorry," instead of "I sincerely apologize." The core content is the same, but the delivery is slightly more human. The key is always be clear, be brief, be apologetic, and offer a solution.
Let's also look at canceling with a boss or superior. This requires extra care because the power dynamic is different. Hi, name. I'm sorry to bother you, but I wanted to let you know as soon as possible. I'm not able to attend the meeting on Thursday. I've come down with something and I don't want to get anyone else sick. Is there anything I can do to prepare the materials in advance? And is there a chance we could debrief after? This shows responsibility and initiative, even while canceling.
That phrase, "I don't want to get anyone else sick," is very considerate, and it's often well received. It shows you're thinking about others, not just yourself. And offering to still contribute, "Is there anything I can prepare?" goes a long way in a professional context.
Practice time. Imagine you need to cancel a job interview because you accepted another offer. How would you phrase that email? This is a real situation people face, and it requires sensitivity. Try writing a short email in the comments, 3 or 4 sentences. Think about how to be honest without being blunt, how to leave the door open professionally, and how to express genuine gratitude for their time.
Key vocabulary from this section: reach out, prior commitment, I apologize for any inconvenience, at your earliest convenience, an urgent matter has come up, and I would very much like to reschedule. These are your professional cancellation power phrases. Know them, use them, and you'll always sound polished.
Great section. Now let's go into some of the trickier situations. What do you do when you cancel at the very last minute? Or when you have to cancel something important? Or when the person seems upset? These situations need extra care, and we have the English for all of them.
Let's get into it. Main teaching section 3. Tricky situations, last-minute cancellations, repeated cancellations, and rescheduling.
Now we're getting into the situations that feel really uncomfortable. Last-minute cancellations, having to cancel on someone for the second or third time, handling someone who's upset about your cancellation, and doing the tricky but important job of rescheduling properly. Let's go through all of them.
First, last-minute cancellations. These happen. Life is unpredictable. You might have a genuine emergency, or your health suddenly crashes, or your child gets sick an hour before dinner. The key with last-minute cancellations is to contact the person immediately, be extra apologetic, and be very clear about wanting to make it up to them.
Phrases for last-minute cancellations. I am so incredibly sorry for the late notice. This is the last thing I wanted to do. I know this is terrible timing, and I am so sorry. I feel awful about this. I only just found out myself. I can't believe I'm doing this to you so last minute. These phrases feel more urgent and more genuinely remorseful than a regular cancellation, which is exactly right for the situation.
The phrase "I only just found out myself" is very useful. It means the information or situation came to me at the last moment, too. It tells the person that you're not being lazy or careless. This is genuinely new information. I only just found out I have to work late tonight. I'm so sorry. It reduces the impression that you've been sitting on this information and just getting around to telling them.
Now, what if you're canceling on the same person for the second or third time in a row? This is where you need to be extra careful with your language. The other person might be starting to feel like they're not a priority to you. A good approach is to acknowledge that this is a pattern and express genuine regret about it.
Phrases for repeated cancellations. I know this is the second time I've had to cancel, and I feel really terrible about that. I realize I keep doing this, and I'm genuinely sorry. You deserve better. I know this looks bad, and I completely understand if you're frustrated. I want you to know that I really value our friendship. I've just had a really chaotic few weeks. Being honest about the pattern shows self-awareness and respect.
There's a key difference between I'm sorry and I apologize. In casual situations, I'm sorry is warm and natural. I apologize is slightly more formal and signals that you know you've done something that affected the other person. For repeated cancellations with a friend, I'm really sorry is right. For a professional situation, I sincerely apologize carries more weight.
Now, what if the person responds with frustration? What if they say something like, "This is the third time you've canceled," or "I'm really disappointed"? How do you respond in English without getting defensive?
This is where empathy language is crucial. Do not say, I said I was sorry. It's not a big deal. You're overreacting. These responses feel dismissive and make the situation worse. Instead, try, you're completely right to feel that way, and I'm genuinely sorry. I completely understand your frustration. I'd feel the same way. I don't blame you for being upset. I've let you down, and I'm truly sorry. Notice what those responses do? They validate the other person's feelings first. They don't defend themselves. They take full responsibility, and they use words like completely, genuinely, and truly to show that the apology is real, not just a formality. That kind of response almost always de-escalates a tense situation.
Now, let's talk about rescheduling properly. A cancellation that includes a genuine rescheduling attempt is always better received than a cancellation alone. But rescheduling poorly, just saying, "Let's do it another time," without any follow-through, can actually feel worse than not offering at all.
Effective rescheduling phrases. Can we lock in a new time right now so we don't lose momentum? I want to make sure we actually follow through. Does Tuesday work for you? Let me put something in the diary now so we don't keep putting it off. I'd hate for this to become one of those things we keep meaning to do. Are you free next Saturday? Lock in is a great phrase. It means to confirm something firmly so it doesn't change. Let's lock in a date. We locked in the meeting for Thursday. It has an energy of commitment. You're not just suggesting, you're securing. Use it when you want to signal that you're serious about rescheduling.
Let's also talk about canceling events, not just one-on-one plans. What if you're organizing a party, a group dinner, or an event and you have to cancel the whole thing? This requires a slightly different approach because you're communicating with multiple people at once.
Phrases for canceling an event. Unfortunately, I have to let everyone know that we'll need to cancel this weekend's dinner. I'm really sorry to say that the event has been postponed. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we've had to cancel the gathering. We're so sorry and we'll be in touch soon about rescheduling. We hate to do this, but we need to postpone. Details to follow.
Postpone is an important word here. It means to move something to a later time, not to cancel permanently. Using postpone instead of cancel sends a more positive signal. It says this is happening, just not right now. If that's true, use it. The event has been postponed to a later date. That's softer and more hopeful than the event is canceled.
Let's do a full practice scenario. Imagine this. You organized a birthday dinner for a friend next Saturday, but today you got sick and you can't host. You need to message the group. Write a message, either a group text or a short note, and share it in the comments. Include the cancellation, the reason, an apology, and a plan to reschedule. We'll be reading every one.
Key takeaways from this section. For last-minute cancellations, use extra warm, urgent language. For repeated cancellations, acknowledge the pattern honestly. For responding to frustration, validate first and defend nothing. For rescheduling, use lock in and be specific. And remember, postpone is softer than cancel when there's a genuine plan to meet again.
Wonderful section. Now let's go into our common mistakes section, because there are some really interesting errors that English learners make specifically around cancellations, and knowing them will help you set.
Let's do it. Common mistakes section. Okay, let's talk about the common mistakes English learners make when canceling plans. Some of these are grammar mistakes, some are vocabulary mistakes, and some are cultural or tone mistakes, meaning the grammar is correct, but the sentence sounds too harsh or too strange for the situation.
Mistake number 1. Being too direct without enough warmth. Some learners say, I cannot come, or I will not be there. These sentences are grammatically fine, but they sound cold and abrupt in English. Native speakers almost always soften a cancellation with apology language first. I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to make it, is much more natural than just, I cannot come.
Why does this happen? Because in some languages, directness is completely polite and expected. But in English, especially in British and American conversational culture, there's a strong expectation that you'll soften negative news with apology and warmth. It's not dishonesty, it's social kindness. Learning to add that layer is an important part of sounding natural.
Mistake number 2. Over-explaining. Some learners go to the opposite extreme and give extremely long, detailed explanations for why they're canceling. I can't come because my cousin's neighbor told me that there's a problem with the schedule, and also I'm feeling a little tired, and additionally, I had a work meeting that ran over. This actually draws more attention to the cancellation than necessary and can sound like making excuses.
The rule is keep your reason brief. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. Something came up at work. I'm not feeling well. A family situation came up. People don't need and often don't want all the details. A brief reason signals honesty without turning the cancellation into a story. Save the story for when you see them next.
Mistake number 3. Using cancel and informal contexts when bail or softer phrases are more natural. I need to cancel you is not standard English. I need to cancel on you is still a little formal for close friends. With good friends, you'd say, I need to bail tonight. I have to back out. I need to take a rain check, or I can't make it tonight. All of these are casual, warm, and natural.
Take a rain check is a very American phrase worth knowing. It means to decline something now, but agree to do it another time. It comes from sporting events. If it rained and the game was canceled, you got a rain check ticket to use for a future game. Now it's used in everyday conversation. I'd love to come, but can I take a rain check? I'm exhausted tonight.
Mistake number 4. Forgetting to offer to reschedule. A cancellation that ends with just, sorry, I can't come, can leave the other person feeling like the relationship doesn't matter to you. Even a simple, can we do this another time, makes a huge difference. It signals, I want to see you, just not today. That tiny addition changes the whole emotional tone of the message.
Mistake number 5. Mixing up cancel and postpone. These are not the same. Cancel means to call off something with no clear plan to reschedule. Postpone means to move something to a later time. There is a plan to do it, just later. If you're planning to reschedule, say postpone. I need to postpone our dinner. Can we do it next weekend instead? Is more accurate and more positive than I need to cancel our dinner.
Mistake number 6. Not apologizing at all. This might seem obvious, but some learners, especially from cultures where canceling is seen as a neutral fact of life, simply state the cancellation without any expression of regret. I will not come on Friday. In English, this sounds cold and possibly rude. Even a minimal, I'm sorry, but I can't make it Friday, goes a long way.
Mistake number 7. Over-apologizing. On the flip side, some learners over-apologize in a way that becomes uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. I'm the worst. Please forgive me. I'm so ashamed. This can actually make the other person feel guilty for your guilt. A genuine but measured apology is, I'm really sorry and I feel bad about this, is perfect. Genuine, not dramatic.
That balance, enough warmth, enough apology, not too much, is really a cultural fluency skill. It comes with practice and exposure. And the more natural English you listen to, the better you'll get at feeling where that balance is. This podcast is a great place to start. Tell us in the comments, which of these 7 mistakes have you made before? We won't judge. We've all made them.
Interactive practice. Welcome to Interactive Practice. Today, we're going to work through a series of real cancellation scenarios. For each one, I'll give you the situation and 2 options, one that sounds natural and one that doesn't. Your job is to say the better one out loud before we explain. Ready?
Say your answer before reading on. Getting your mouth moving is the real practice here, not just reading the options.
Scenario 1. You're texting a friend to cancel dinner tonight. Option A, I cannot come tonight. I am tired. Option B, hey, I'm so sorry, but I need to cancel tonight. I'm exhausted. Can we reschedule for next week? I really want to catch up. Which one?
Option B, of course. Option A is correct grammar but sounds cold and abrupt. Option B has the apology, the reason, the offer to reschedule, and the friendly energy that makes the other person feel valued. Option B is the real conversation.
Scenario 2. You need to cancel a job interview because you're no longer available. Option A, I will not come to the interview. I changed my mind. Option B, dear name, I'm so sorry to inform you that I need to withdraw from the interview scheduled for Thursday. After careful consideration, I've decided to pursue a different opportunity. I sincerely appreciate your time and consideration, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience this may cause. Which one?
Option B, every time. Option A is incredibly abrupt for a professional situation. Option B is polite, professional, and leaves a good impression even while delivering disappointing news. In professional settings, how you exit is just as important as how you enter.
Scenario 3. A friend responds to your cancellation by saying, this is the 2nd time this month. How do you respond? Option A, well, I said I was sorry. I can't help it. Option B, you're completely right, and I feel terrible about that. I know I've let you down twice now, and I genuinely am sorry. Can we lock in a date right now so I can make it up to you? Which one?
Option B, every time. Option A is defensive and dismissive. It shuts the conversation down and damages the friendship. Option B validates the friend's feelings, takes responsibility, and immediately moves towards a solution. That's emotional intelligence in English.
Scenario 4. You're canceling a group event you organized. Option A, the event is canceled because I can't do it anymore. Option B, hey everyone, I'm so sorry to do this, but I need to postpone Saturday's dinner. Something came up that I couldn't have predicted. I feel terrible about the short notice. Can we look at rescheduling for the following weekend? I'll reach out to everyone individually to find a time that works. Which?
Option B. Always option B in these scenarios. Notice how option B uses postpone instead of cancel, sending the message that this will happen. It acknowledges the inconvenience, apologizes, and immediately takes charge of rescheduling. Leadership and warmth together.
Final scenario. A colleague cancels a meeting you organized and offers no explanation. You want to respond politely and find a new time. Which of these is better? Option A, why did you cancel? We need to meet. Option B, no problem at all. I hope everything's okay. When might you be free this week to reconnect? I'm available Tuesday afternoon or Thursday morning.
Option B. Even when someone cancels on you with no explanation, responding with grace and flexibility is always the professional choice. Option B leaves the door open, expresses care without pressure, and offers practical next steps. Write your own scenario in the comments. Give us a cancellation situation from your own life and how you handled it. We genuinely love reading your real stories.
Conclusion and wrap up. What a fantastic episode! This topic might sound simple on the surface, canceling plans, but as we discovered today, it's actually a really rich area of English that touches on tone, culture, relationship skills, and professional communication. And now you have the full toolkit.
Let's do a complete recap. Section 1. Canceling with friends. Remember the three-part structure. Acknowledge and cancel, give a brief reason, show you care and offer to reschedule. Key phrases include, I'm so sorry, but I can't make it. Something came up. I'd love to reschedule, and the casual bail for close friends. And remember, take a rain check is a lovely, very natural option.
Section 2. Professional cancellations. The structure has 5 parts. Open with the cancellation, explain briefly, apologize formally, offer specific alternatives, and close warmly. Key phrases include reach out, prior commitment, I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience, at your earliest convenience, and always give specific alternative times rather than just asking when they're free.
Section 3. Tricky situations. For last-minute cancellations, use extra warmth and urgency. For repeated cancellations, acknowledge the pattern, don't defend it. For responding to frustration, validate first, never get defensive. For rescheduling, lock in a date, be specific, follow through. And use postpone when you genuinely plan to reschedule. It's softer and more hopeful than cancel.
And in our common mistakes section, we covered 7 important ones: too direct without warmth, over-explaining, misusing cancel for casual situations, forgetting to offer to reschedule, confusing cancel and postpone, not apologizing at all, and over-apologizing. The sweet spot is warm, genuine, brief, and solution-focused.
Here's your real-life challenge for this week. The next time you need to cancel something, anything, big or small, try using today's phrases. Use the 3-part structure, add warmth, offer to reschedule, and notice how differently the conversation goes. Then come back and tell us how it went in the comments. We would love to hear.
Here's your reflection question for today. Think about the last time someone canceled on you. How did they handle it? Was it graceful or abrupt? Now think, how could they have done it better using today's phrases? Write your thoughts in the comments. Sometimes the best way to learn communication skills is to look at situations from the receiving end.
If today's episode helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps Simple English Talks reach more learners who need exactly this kind of practical English. Share it with a friend who's been struggling with this. And subscribe right now if you haven't already. We're here every week making real English feel possible for you.
Remember, canceling plans is a normal human thing to do. What matters is how you do it, with warmth, with honesty, with care for the other person, and with a genuine intention to reconnect. That's the difference between damaging a relationship and actually strengthening it, even through a cancellation.
You have the language now. Use it with confidence. Take care of yourselves, be kind to the people in your lives, and we will see you next time.